Hey everybody, Miss Trish here for another story time. Oh boy, you see the title of this one? Did you see the title of this one today? Anyways, folks, let me just start off by saying I haven't done a story time in a long time. I haven't even done anything in a minute because it was the holidays and I choose to celebrate with my family, and that's exactly what we did. But now I'm back. I'm going to try and do more story times. I know that I say that all the time, but if you like my energy and you like my content, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell for when I do upload videos, because I want to try and do more tutorials, just more stuff in general. You know, it's 2021, W-O-N. So, as I encourage everybody to do all the time when you watch my videos, get your favorite drink. Today I'm drinking water with my broken nail. Today I'm drinking water because I'm all wined and liquored up. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, the holidays were awesome. You know, every day spent with the family, but now it's time to get back to business and back to your water intake. Although my water intake didn't go down too much, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, sit back, relax. Let's go. Let's start with today's story time. Let's get into it. So, as most of you guys know, most story times stem from when I used to live in the wonderful city of Scarborough, aka Toronto, the GTA, whatever it is you want to call it. This story time stems from a time where I had to really act out in fear. But then again, who don't hear must feel. Starting from the beginning. Now, I used to have a vehicle when I lived in the wonderful city of Scarborough. However, the vehicle was a shit box. It was an absolute doo-doo box. Now, you can see a video of this vehicle right here. And I will also post a testament to what my wonderful brother from another mother, Mr. Chosen One, has said about the vehicle. Actually, let me show you what he said about the vehicle right now. As you see, Chosen Khalil did say that he's glad to be alive. It was a doo-doo box, all kinds of stuff. But I asked him for his recollection. But it got us from point A to point B, okay, Khalil? Like, yeah, the steering wheel shook. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you guys tune into one of our older videos where we used to do something called Review Nation, you could check out the video Rush. Here, I'll put in the link later. And yeah, you have a little laugh, you know, at some of my early work. So the car got me from point A to point B until it stopped getting me anywhere. So I definitely had to scrap it, of course. So then that led me to have to start taking the public transit, the bus, the metro, the subway, excuse me, all that stuff. So I started doing that. I did have 2 jobs at the time, as usual. You know, I would work an 8 to 4, then a 5 to 9 or a 5 to 10, depending on how, you know, energetic I felt on that day. In the evening times, I would always end up seeing the same people. Sometimes I wouldn't. So it became familiar. It became often. It was like almost like every day or whatever I used to work. Because the thing is, I program myself. I'm going to work Monday to Friday. I'm going to work Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. And then after 5 to 9. And on the weekends, I don't touch any kind of work at all. So every day I used to see the same people, as said before. And then I always used to come across this older gentleman who seemed pretty polite and respectful, and all was well. So he would talk to me when he'd see me on the platform at Kennedy Station, waiting for my bus to go home. And I was like, okay, no problem. You know, this is just someone who probably just wants to talk. Hey, no issues for me there. So it became a little, he started to advance a little bit, like, you know, want to know more about me and, you know, talk in that kind of way where I wasn't interested. I don't believe I was seeing anybody at the time. I don't think so. But I just wasn't interested. At that time, I think I was just concentrated on making my money, going home, going to sleep, because I know I'd have to do this long day again the next day. So I had told him several times, oh, you know, every time he would ask me, I'm not interested. I'm not looking for anything. No thanks, no thanks. So when I thought he heard no, I thought he would just go. But he kept on coming back. Now, he didn't come back with advances or anything of that nature. He just came back, being friendly. So I'm like, cool, you can be friendly and stuff like that. I was a little bit younger and a little bit naive. But anywho, so daily he would come, sometimes he would wait for me. I started to notice, and I'm like, geez Louise, this is getting to be a little out of hand. So sometimes I would take a back taxi. But anyway, so one night now, this got to be a little bit much, where he was like, you know, I'm lonely and I just want someone to hang out with and I just want a friend. Can I have your phone number? And I was like, sure, but I don't talk on the phone, so you're going to have to text me. From way back, I never spoke on the phone. I'm not a phone person. I just am not. And I'll explain why. Years and years of customer service, being an agent, being a supervisor, being a manager, I'm not a phone person. Not at all. I do believe in WhatsApp voice messages. I do believe in text messages. I think some conversations can be had over the phone, but not all conversations need to be had over the phone. And all of my family members know that. All of my good friends know that. Don't judge me. I'm not changing anytime soon. So anyway, so I did let this person know, listen, you can have my number, but I'm only going to text. He tried to persuade me to call. Then he would call. Then I was like, oh my mercies. Okay, this has to stop somehow. So it became one lovely particular night, and he was like, oh, can I come over? Bon. I seen him on the platform there. He's like, I just wanted to ask you a question. Can I come over? Come over where? To whose house? What? No, I was like, no, it's not like that. What are you talking about? He was upset visibly. So he's like, well, I'm going to take a taxi home. Cool, you do that, brother. No one's stopping you from taking a taxi home, right? So I believe this was now a Friday. That was a Thursday. This is now the Friday. Friday comes and I see him on the Kennedy Station platform. I'm waiting for my bus to go home. He's taking the same bus to go home. And we're on the bus together. He's like, oh, can I talk to you? And I'm like, well, yeah, you can talk to me, but you know how short the ride is and stuff like that. So yeah, no problem. You can totally talk to me, but I'm going home. He insisted to say, I just want to get to know you. It doesn't have to be like this. You're causing a hostile environment. And you know, I don't understand how many times or how many ways I could have said, no, I'm not interested. No. I mean, listen, I just told one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, like a couple of weeks ago, and he sat with it. He said, I told him, no is a full sentence. So my question back is like, what do people hear when you say no? Especially men who are desperate like that. Not all men are desperate like that. I don't know all men, and I'm not generalizing at all, not my style. However, what I'm asking is, when some of you men hear, no, I'm not interested, what do you think that means? It's not like I said I'm not interested right now. It's not like I said I'm not interested at the moment. It's not like I said I'm not interested today. I said I'm not interested. So why are you still coming? So now he's like, yeah, you don't have to make it a hostile environment. We can be friends. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. And I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. Jeez Louise. So it became a little aggressive. I was like, listen, you got to move from me, because honestly, I don't like this. This is not cool. Like, you are pushing yourself on me now. Oh no, you're making me sound like I'm some kind of abuser. Well, if I'm telling you no and you're telling me that I'm making it a hostile environment and you want me to change my mind, and geez Louise. So it came my time to come off the bus finally. Thank goodness for that stop. And he was like, well, I'm going to follow you home so that you can talk to me. Sorry? You're going to do what? You're going to follow me home so that you can talk to me? Mind you, I didn't say this at the beginning of the story because I figured with the title that you would know. I used to carry a knife on me. Now, this is not a knife. But I used to carry a knife on me, okay? I used to carry it all the time because I knew that at nighttime, people get weird. You know what I'm saying? Even in daytime sometimes, people get weird. So I was like, no, you're not following me home. I'm getting off the bus with you, he says. So he did get off the bus with me. And this was really scary, you guys. Like, all jokes aside, I know I smile and I'm energetic and bubbly and things like that. But when someone's deliberately following you and you know it, it is the weirdest, hardest feeling in the world. My knife used to be in the top of my bag. So I started digging in my bag. However, I was shaking, you guys. I'm not even going to lie about that. I was shaking so hard because I didn't know what this guy was going to do to me. So he got off the bus right behind me. And I'm like now screaming like, yo, go home. F this, leave me the F alone. He's like, no, I just want to talk to you. So the way that I lived, you had to like turn the corner to go. And by now, my hand's still in my bag and I'm searching, but it looks like I'm searching for my keys. So he got really close behind me, let's just say like this much. And by that time, I already had the knife and it wasn't open or anything like that. It was one of those knives that you can actually like, bend over and things. So I turned around, he was right behind me, and I stuck the knife up here. And I said, listen, If you effing follow me, it's going to be your last day on this earth. And then after my hand was shaking like this, and he was scared because I don't think he'd ever seen me like so mad because I was always so polite and I was always so nice and I was always, and he put his hands up and said, okay, I'll never bother you again. I'll never do it. I said, go right now before I effing kill you. And I really meant it. I know I shouldn't probably say the K word, but that's what I meant. So he had ended up walking away and I waited till he walked away. And then after I went into my house. Now, when you call police in Toronto, this is from time, and I know I've seen other videos of people say this. When you call the Toronto police, it's like you're waiting for the new year. We might as well, if I call today, right now, January 4th, 2021, I'll probably have the police at my house January 6th because it takes so long. It takes so long. So me calling the Toronto police did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what I can say is I've never seen the person again after that. Now, what I want to conclude is women. We do our best to protect ourselves, right? We definitely do. But what I am saying now, especially in this day and age with everything that's going on, have some form of protection on you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a knife. It totally does not have to be a knife. And they say pepper spray is illegal. Okay, fine. Make a little concoction of something to carry around with yourself. And I know, like I say, I laugh about it and things like that because it's just my personality. But I laugh at the fact that I was so scared in that moment that I was able to still find the courage to take it out and just drive it up here. He was bigger than me. He's taller than me. I'm 5'2". This man was probably about like 6'2", maybe, like that. But the thing is, women, especially when you're walking at night, have someone, it doesn't even have to be a weapon. Have someone on the phone with you. Now, I live very close to my family and I always have someone on the phone with me when I'm leaving my family's house because it's dark and you just never know what people's intentions are. So just be careful, ladies, at all times. Look at your surroundings. If you're not interested in someone and they're getting too close, honestly, do what you can to push them away. Scream loud, make a scene. A lot of people who don't want to be in trouble, they don't like scenes. Make a scene. Now, my question again to the men who feel that it's necessary to either A, follow a woman when she says no, push yourself up on a woman when she says no, or just advance yourself when she says no. What is it that you're hearing? Like, I don't quite understand. No means no, right? Pushing and advancing and all this kind of stuff when somebody says no several times is not going to change her mind. I said this before and I'll say it again. Some of you guys, the ego and the pride is so high that you think that, just because she doesn't want me, now I need to chase her more. We are not on the kindergarten field, and that is not how life works. If somebody tells you no as a man, even as a woman, it means no. Like, I don't quite understand. I really don't get it. Men, when women say no, doesn't mean chase anymore. It really doesn't. So stop doing it. It's gross, it's disgusting, and it can get you in a lot of trouble. Because what if my knife did work that night? You know what I'm saying? Who don't hear must feel. I had told this individual no so many times. I'm not interested. I'm not there. But then he continued to push himself and think that his advances would be something that I'd be interested in. It turned me off. And most times, fellas, it turns women off. So stop doing that shit. It's very friggin' annoying. No means no. Put on your listening ears, like Judge Judy would say, and take heed. Leave. Go away. Go about your business. Do your own thing. They don't want you. That was today's story time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I think this is an important awareness type video too, because I think a lot of people too are also afraid to say no in fear that something will happen to them. But don't be afraid to say no. No is a full sentence. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to back that up. If you're not interested in anybody, men, women, you're not interested. You are not obliged to do anything. So just take that. Remind your children of that too. Remind your loved ones of that too. I remind my niece of that all the time. Both of them, no means no. My nephew too, no means no. Seriously, because they're our younger generation and they are still growing up and they're still learning things, So no means no. It's really a full sentence, and don't compromise that no for anything. All right, folks? So I am Miss Trish. I want you guys to follow me on Instagram at All Things Miss Trish. You can also subscribe to my website at www.allthingsmisstrish.com for stuff that are coming. I'm also coming out with another wine very soon that I'm going to let you guys know about. And I want you guys to finally, once again, subscribe to my channel, put the notification bell on for when I do post a video, and I will definitely be back sometime soon. I don't know when, but I promise you it's going to be a good one. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.